Pedro, go Peter, go
Yeah.
Peter, go Pedro.
So the main concept
Oh, yeah.
behind the company
That's
is
Spanish.
I'm Latin, so soy Latino.
Mm-hmm.
He's Latin as well. We've seen that the U.S. has
That
been
didn't broke, did it? No. It's eco-friendly in the gas. Good day, everyone. I'm Marcelo Palermo here, presenting Meet Me Here. Yeah, Meet Me Here. I'm here with two innovators, with two guys that are going all the way to the next level. We're talking about Minsk, and we're talking about Peter and Beto Lopez. How are you guys doing?
No, we're doing good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And you?
Doing fantastic, and I'm happy to be here with you because the concept not only is innovative, it's actually going to the next level. Tell us a little bit about, I say us because we're talking to the whole public, of course, about Minsky and what the project is all about.
Yeah, I go first. Okay.
Who I want to start? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go Beto.
So-
Go Beto. Go Peter. Go
Yeah.
Peter. Go Beto.
So the main concept
Oh, yeah.
behind the company or
That's them.
Minsky was for us to create a platform, kind of like in Airbnb or Uber style, but for the home improvement area, for anything that's construction towards the home that requires financing and permits and all those kind of things. Be able to create a platform that's a safe zone for the homeowner to get people that are very good and professionals in their job, to be able to collect people that are doing sales out there, which are like your taxi drivers, that are confident people, that are people that have a good background, so on and so forth, and create a funnel where they can all coexist and we can push projects from, a couple of clicks of a button, if you want to put it that way.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about not only home, we're talking about offices, business places in general, and more than anything to improve the quality of life by technology, but green technology, we can say, eco-friendly technology,
Yes.
right? Tell us about the projection of eco-friendly technology that you guys manage.
The eco-friendly technology that we manage. So we can work in the solar sector. So we currently work in the solar sector, but we're transitioning to other home improvement sectors such as HVAC and roofing, etc. But in the solar sector, so that we can a little bit more elaborate on what we do is we allow for local contractors.
That's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. you can rephrase it. You can go over again. No problem.
So we work with local contractors, providing them software. It's a CRM that measures a lot of their metrics, and with that, there's two clients, but like very exclusive, there's what's these
Puedes decirlo en español, lo pasamos a la iglesia. Después hablamos en español también.
No, I mean, I have more in English. I haven't heard.
Don't worry. We'll go over it. But for example, you see, I'm very familiar with the HVAC or hyperventilation and air conditioning systems. And eco-friendly technologies actually are going to the next level as we speak, right? And you guys not only solar panels, but going through your website, you're very innovative in aspects of related to air conditioning, to HVAC as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
No, I mean, we're inclined to anything that's innovative in the energy section. And if we want to go in specific, you have products like AeroSeal. It's an innovative way for people to get their ducting up to date.
Correct.
There's other tools out there, like there's smart meters for the home. So you're able to calibrate the temperature according how the day goes. Anything that we see that's innovative towards that area, we tend to incline a lot towards it, since our company is as well pretty much modeled after that type of concept.
Wonderful.
So when it comes to eco energies and things like that, we understand that there's a lot of growth in those specific sectors and areas. I'm Latin, so soy Latino. He's Latin as well. We've seen that the U.S. has
That
been
didn't broke, did it? No, it's eco-friendly and it has a good case. I guess you see that's part of technology. Too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. So we've seen the U.S. has been a pioneer when it comes to a lot of smart technologies, and we're border town with Mexico. To give a
Exactly.
scenario, and at least in the homes over there and sections that I've seen, a lot of these products have been slowly reaching into market, and we want to make sure that when they do, the right people are trained to give them out, to install them, to work with
Correct.
them. So that's one of the main cores that we have as Minsky. You have all these innovative products coming out, for home improvement, for this, for that, but who's taking care of them? Who's making sure they're done correctly? Who's making
Exactly.
sure that people understand how to use them and things like that. So those are specific areas that we try to cover inside of our platform to make sure that anybody that's using it is able to provide the best service with whatever innovative tools we're giving them as well, not just from any type of construction works in general.
And that's very interesting. And one of the most poignant things about new technologies and eco-friendly technologies, especially with solar panels,
Yeah.
is that most people, or lots of people, are yet to be educated in that field. What are the challenges that you guys find when working towards installing these technologies and helping people understand the use of it and the advantages of it?
With contractors that you,
Yeah.
we face a lot of challenges because of that. I think
That's what I was saying, lots of challenges. Let's go through some of them.
so many challenges. So I think that's something that we've always preached about is there's a huge lack of understanding, not so much the technology, but understanding business as a whole. In the construction where you have a lot of roofing companies, HVAC companies, installing companies that install like such things like aerosol and solar panels that don't understand the fundamentals of operations, finance, systems, automations, things like that. And so therefore affecting from how the homeowner gets affected to how the sales representative gets affected from different angles. So we've been able to see a lot of those human errors that people make. The local contractors, and for us, the technology that we provided helps us facilitate that process and reduce the risk of.
Very interesting, because lots of people, me working with different companies, especially with media companies, sometimes they wanted to see if they could actually turn into solar, applying new technologies, more eco-friendly technologies. And one of the things that you always hear is that, oh, it's not cost effective yet. We're not there yet. But of course, I'm guessing that if you do the right thing, if you get the right technology and you work with the right people, you are there already, right?
Yeah.
How do you explain that to potential customers or even to your customers
Yeah.
when you have to?
Well, I mean, you can give the same example for the traditional electric companies.
Yes.
It's been a model that's been working for, I'll bet you say, almost 100 years.
Or more.
And they haven't changed. You
Yeah.
still get the same bill every month. You get the same transactions. That hasn't changed. And people are so used to it, generation by generation,
Yeah.
that they just see it as an everyday thing. Oh, I have to pay my electricity. I have to pay my electricity this month. So on and so forth, so on, like that. Nobody really stops and says, is this in any way better for me? Like, what happens if tomorrow the electric company tells you, hey, I'm going to charge you $15 more a month? What are you going to do?
You're pretty much stuck.
Yeah. You have to
You gotta
pay.
go with the flow, unfortunately.
So-
and it has happened.
Yeah, so
one way or another.
the solar industry, or at least in the solar aspect in the home, for the homeowners, it's not for everyone. It's for people that want to step out of that comfort zone
Correct.
and decide to take that control. I want to control how much I'm paying for electricity. I
Yeah.
want to control how much I'm going to be not just paying, but what I'm going to leave for my future generations.
Correct.
Because solar stays in my house. It's my property. It's my place. It's for my kids, so on. And many generations can go from there. So it's not for everyone. If you're happy in the traditional way and you feel that you and many generations to come can go through the same system, then by all means,
Don't worry.
then
We
by
got
all
'em.
means, you can stick in that model. But I think the easiest way to explain it is, like you mentioned, it's not, people can say it's not there yet, but I think nothing is really there yet. And everything has to be completely innovating in a cycle.
And at one point, nothing was there yet.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
I mean,
that's
it's
human history has always been like that.
yeah. I mean, you have a car, you have now the electric car, and then
Exactly.
15 years from now, it's going to be another version of that car. And you're going to go like that forever. So I think nothing is really done.
Correct.
Everything's going to be consistently innovating. I mean, I think that's my only feedback towards what I could tell a customer. It really comes into having the decision if you want to own something and have control over it, or if you just want to stay in the same cycle as everybody else and let many generations go through it until it clicks.
That's
for you to
a
wanna do
very
something
good way
different.
to put it. Because, you know, the first electric car was actually built in the 1800s. People don't know that. Think, oh, well, cars have been always, you know, a fossil fuel one. And no. The first electric car was built actually in 1887. And for an X amount of reasons, you know, we didn't get there. And instead of that, we got, you know, gas run cars. And now we have the whole electric cars thing. Hit lots of bumps in the road and things like that. But yet, as you say, you know, is that we're never absolutely there yet.
Yeah.
We have to just, you know, take the bull by the horns and
Yeah.
ride it. Absolutely. So guys, tell me about the concept of Minsky, what the name means and why Minsky? That's probably a funny story, even better.
No, yeah. We're always asked about this, and the answer is way more simple than what people think.
Really?
Because we talk about the company and all the great aspects about it, and where our goals and our visions are at, and then we say the meaning of the name, and it's like a 1-minute conversation. But I mean, Peter's the one that actually came up with the name for Minsky.
So Minsky is actually named after a professor from MIT.
Wow.
He was a professor who studied artificial intelligence back in 1946.
Wow.
So just how people think the electric cars were just built 5 years ago.
There we go. We go back to
1965. I'm sorry, 1965.
1965.
So 1965, he was already introducing artificial intelligence. So I named it Marvin Minsky because one of my favorite movies was Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey, yes, sir. 2001, a Space Odyssey, yeah. From 1969, right? I think 68, 69, or 70. Yeah.
He contributed to that movie, and so
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Minsky was part, Marvin Minsky.
he contributed a lot to Series Kubrick's Space Odyssey.
This is so interesting. You guys, you're talking about something that was pre-Star Wars, pre-Star Trek. Although, and you know, there's a funny fact here too, because we're talking about Star Trek, and the guy Gene Roddenberry, he was born here in El Paso. The guy who wrote Star Trek, you know, and now you're bringing one of my top best, you know, Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, So Spoke Zarathustra. The music in the background, you know, which most people actually listen to that music in different commercials, and they don't know what that comes from. This is very interesting. So let's do something, Fabian. We're gonna go to a break, a commercial break, and in the next blog, in this stage, we are going to talk about them, because you wanna see, and you're gonna hear, you're gonna learn about the guys behind the technology, and it's getting more and more interesting, especially when we talk about movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Be back.